Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It is Sarah Michaels here. In this video, this is a little bit more of an advanced training, and I want to show you how on your website, now the website I'm going to be using is Wix. That's just my personal preference. But again, if you have so if you're going through my content, if you're going through the Style It Yourself, which is my own personal DIY Wix website design course, this will be in there and you'll be able to you'll know how to edit everything. But if you are using another platform, maybe you're on GoDaddy or WordPress or whatever you're using, this tutorial can still apply to you. It's just that instead of using Wix, you will be creating this on your own website platform. And what I'm showing you how to do is how to, instead of in your Instagram bio, and using Linktree, how to use your own link, like your own personal link on your website. Okay, so how to create a page that looks something like this. Now, if you go to my Linktree right here, now again, Linktree is awesome. It is awesome if you're just getting started. Okay, if you are a beginner and you just need to get something up there, 1,000% Linktree is going to be able to work just fine for you. Now, see, okay, so this is the difference here. So I just kind of want to show you. So this is what Linktree looks like. Again, it's amazing. I know multi-million dollar entrepreneurs who are using Linktree and it's still working for them. And that's awesome. So that I'm just telling you, you don't have to do this. However, if you are to the point, or when you're in your business where you are going to start tracking the website visitors that you have and retargeting them with paid advertisements, okay, so that means you're putting your pixel on your site and you're moving out of some of these foundational phases in your business. Maybe you're coming out of just getting all organic traffic or building your influence on social media and you're moving more into paid advertisements. If that is the phase that you're in, then this will apply to you, because here's why. When someone goes to your Linktree, okay, when someone is on your Instagram and they click this link in your bio and they pull this up there, okay, you are not going to be, so essentially what a pixel does is, think about this. When you have a pixel, I'm gonna tell the story of how when my kids were a couple years old, so this was a long time ago, they got into the powdered sugar. We had green carpeting in our house and I could see little powdered sugar footprints from my kitchen all the way back to their room. Okay, so it kind of their little footprints sat in the powdered sugar. Now picture this. Picture what a pixel or these other tracking things do is that whenever someone visits your website, it's essentially like you have this powdered sugar set out and their little footprints, you're going to be able to follow them all over and get yourself in front of them, right? Because oftentimes, if you have no way of following up with that person, if this was just someone that was random, that hasn't connected to you in other places, if you're not able to retarget them or track who they are and where they're going, then you're not going to be able to get yourself in front of them as easily and be as likely to make that sale. So essentially, the pixel and the tracking is going to help you follow up with them. Now, on Linktree, when I send someone to Linktree, there's no tracking. I don't have a pixel here. I don't own Linktree. I don't control this traffic. Okay, so if you're going through any of the courses, you know that it's all about controlling your own traffic and being able to retarget and get back in front of those people. So now here's the thing. When you have your own domain and you create your own link tree from your website, anytime that someone visits this, okay, so now instead of going to my link tree, and now in my Instagram bio, what they're going to see when they click on that is they're going to pull up with this. Well, now because I have my pixel installed and I'm able to retarget people, anytime they pull up my personal link tree that I created, I'm going to be able to retarget them and get myself in front of them. Okay, so that is the benefit of doing this. It's really, really simple to do. So now I'm just going to go on over here into Wix. And I'm just simply going to show you exactly what I did. Now, remember, The links that you're going to be listing in your Linktree are going to be those links that are your, so keep in mind, whenever you are getting yourself and building your brand, you're doing three things: who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, aka how they can hire you. Okay, so those are always what you want to be getting yourself in front of people. So you want to be sharing maybe a little about your story. If you have a compelling story, if there's an emotional connection to what got you started on your path, you want to include that. So for example, I went from a broke single mom using change to pay for my gas to being an online entrepreneur, being featured in Success from Home magazine, and literally living the life of my dreams. Okay. Like my life did a 180. That's my story. I share that. In my Linktree, I'm also sharing the ways for people to connect with me and engage with me in other realms, because I want to grow my influence. So I'm sharing with them, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, be sure to listen to the podcast, take my Create Your Dream Life course. Okay. These are all of like my entry level points into working with me. So you have to understand, where are people getting started with you? What are your irresistible entry level opt-ins going to be? What's going to get people in the door? What's going to be that carrot, right? Like that you're putting in front of them, that's going to make them say, I need to know more. If you're just getting started, that might simply just be, and you're just starting out your influence, it might just be sharing your story. Okay. You have to figure out what kind of an online entrepreneur you are and what kind of links you want to share. So that will be in there. This is about the amount that I'm not going to put any more, or it's going to be overwhelming. Like it's going to be, oh my gosh, that's way too many links. Okay. So these are some of the links that I've put up there. Work with me. Now, if you have funnels or lead captures or opt-ins or anything like that, those are the links you're going to put here, because you want to capture this traffic. You want to be able to follow up with them. You want to be able to monetize your message. You want to be able to connect with them, okay, and follow up. So if you have a funnel or a lead opt-in, put that here. Okay, and I'm going to show you in the other tutorials if you're inside of What the Tech, and if you're not, go to saramichaels.com/links, click this button right here, and you'll be able to get 30 days for $7, because then I'm going to show you how to set up your funnel and how to create email sequences so that when anyone like opts in for these things, you're going to be able to capture this traffic and, build your list. Okay, so here are some of the links. Now, it was really simple. So what I did was I created a new page. Okay, I created it. So we'll just say add a new page. And then what I did was I added it and dragged it as a sub page underneath of my home page. Then I clicked on the three dots. And again, if you're using any other platform other than Wix, first of all, if you're not totally committed to your platform, I do recommend that you do make the switch to Wix, because especially if you are a solopreneur, if you're going to be blogging, if you're going to be sending out payments, if you're going to be managing customers and you want to have forums and stuff, Wix is the most powerful platform. And I can say that with my background because I designed on all of the major platforms before exclusively switching to Wix. So if you're not totally committed yet, you can go ahead, hop into WTT here, and inside of WTT, you can take my Wix test drive. So you can learn how to set up your Wix site and do all of that. All right, I digress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hide this from the main menu. Now, the reason you want to do that is because when someone goes to your home page, I don't want all of these to show up underneath of that. Okay, it would just be, if you ever go to someone's site and there's like home page and then there's like a bunch of different lists, that's because they didn't hide the sub pages. So you want to make sure that you hide the sub pages. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is click on settings, and I'm going to click on the layouts. Now, the standard layout, if I were to select this, I'll just show you what that would look like. It would have my traditional header and footer. It would have all this up there. I don't want that. The reason I don't want that is because I want their attention to be focused only on to the links on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and put no header and footer. Okay, I'm going to put no header and footer. Then what I did, just to make sure that my branding was the same across the board, was I went to my home page and I just grabbed this text right here. So if you're using Wix, you can copy. So if you want, you can click on copy and then go to a new page. So like this page. And if you click paste on that new page, then it will paste that text onto there and you can just change it. So that way you don't have to add, be messing around with, oh, I've got to add the text and change the font and change the color. This should just save you a little bit of time. The next thing that I did was I went and I added a button to my site. Okay, so I added a button, like this will work just fine. So add your buttons to your site. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead like this and I'm going to click group elements. So all I did was I added a button. I dragged it out a little bit so that way on a mobile device. So if I toggle between the desktop view and the mobile device, it's going to show me like how wide this was. So that's where I set it. Now that is, so I'm going to say free and I'm going to go like this. All right. So when I set the buttons on the mobile, that's how I knew how wide to set it, was because I kind of wanted them to be within the width of the phone. Okay. So, and that way too, because you want to make them all one even length. All right. Because if you have a smaller button and a larger button. So I created the size for that first one. And then all I did was I just clicked copy and then paste and then copy and then paste. And I just kept doing that right down the line for as many buttons as I needed. It would tell me like how, let's see here. Let's ungroup these. It would also tell me the space between them. So that way you can see that it allowed me, if you see those like two little eye looking things between the buttons, that just allowed me to see, oh, okay, it's the same space between them, because I'm really obsessive about that and making sure everything's uniform. Now then, if I click, okay, so I'm clicking and I'm also dragging with my other finger and to select all the buttons, I'm going to click on group elements. That just means that I can move them all as one element. Kind of a cool, handy feature. I can move it around, make sure that it is centered. Now, another thing I could do on this links page, if you want to really add some extra pizzazz here, is you could go add into the video, and you could even add a video from your YouTube if you want, or a personal video, and just introduce yourself. Say, hey, I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Sara Michaels. I went, and you want to capture your audience's attention within that first 9 seconds. Y'all, goldfish attention span is real. You have 9 seconds to capture your audience's attention, and everything's coming at them so fast. It's that quick. So in the first 9 seconds, they need to know who you are, why they should watch the video, and be interested in you. So I always share, hey, in my first that little bit of time, I can say like, hey, my name is Sara Michaels. I went from being a single broke mom at the age of 19 to now living the life of my dreams. Here's what I do. Here's, how I can help you. And some of my links are down below. If you're interested, you want to learn a little bit more about me, connect with me, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then for the video on this page, I would honestly probably keep it under 3 minutes. Definitely under 1.5 minutes, because oftentimes the people who are watching this video on your Instagram profile, that's the very first time they're ever like having, a interaction with you, right? And they're not looking to watch a 10-minute long video. Okay, save it. Keep it really short and sweet. Give them a call to action. Give them a reason to connect with you further, especially and getting them into your list, right? You want to capture them. Like, you want to get them in. You want to fold them in and be able to connect with them. So that's the goal of that. So if you want, by all means, go ahead and add a little bit of a video there. Keep it nice and short and sweet. And you can always check and make sure that it looks good. Okay, now in practicality, one of the last things that I would do is I go into my settings and I click on the SEO tab and I make sure that I set my link. So just to keep it easy, I would call it whatever your domain is. So make sure that your domain's already connected. And then I would just do slash and then say links. So for me, it's saramichaels.com/links. And that's really easy to remember. And now when I'm sharing with people or putting this in my Instagram profile, I can go like this, https://www.saramichaels.com/links. Okie dokie. And now when I click on submit, and if I go back to my profile now in my profile, you'll see instead of my Linktree, again, nothing wrong with Linktree, but I'm at the place where I'm automating my business. I'm moving into some more expansion phases and I want to start retargeting people, which means I need to capture my own traffic, and I cannot afford to continue sending people to Linktree where then I'm not able to retarget them. I need them to come into my little powdered sugar on my website. So here we go. So now when someone clicks on this, they're going to go directly to my links on my page. Okay. So yay. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I know some people get really, PV because they're like, you talk too much. You guys, I don't give you just a straight, I just have to say it. I don't give you just a straight tutorial because I want you to understand why. I want you to understand the bigger picture in why does this even matter? Why is it important? So I'm really grateful for those of you who do leave awesome feedback and you love the videos, because some of the haters are just ridiculous. That being said, if you're watching this and you're not yet inside of What the Tech, I invite you to come in and just give it a try. Okay. It is 30 days for just $7. Because here's where my heart is at. I know how much of a difference building my online business made. I also spent a lot of time searching endless tutorials on YouTube, trying to figure out how to piece it together, spending a lot of money, thousands of dollars on mentors. And sometimes I just had a simple question that I just wanted to get answered, right? So if you're trying to build your online business, and specifically if you want to get it to that six-figure range and, even beyond, I want to help you with the tech side of building your business. That's really where I'm at. So if you are interested, go ahead, go to saramichaels.com/links, and then click on this button right here, and you'll be able to get access to What the Tech for a 30-day trial for just $7, full access. And then obviously, if you're interested in connecting with me on any other levels, you can go ahead and access that here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And by the way, a free resource that I have is my ultimate business resource vault. So that's pretty cool. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.